A lot more rain here in Longreach overnight. It was quite heavy, and I was actually pretty surprised when I spoke to the Bureau this morning and found out it was only 20 millimetres. It felt like a lot more. Down the road, Tambo got another 30 millimetres, and there have been falls of between 50 and 100 millimetres recorded in other parts of outback Queensland. I know that here on the outskirts of Longreach, the Thompson River has broken its banks and flooded paddocks for hundreds of metres around. It's been rising steadily over the last couple of days. This should hopefully be the peak, and thankfully that will mean it is not going to threaten homes and businesses in the town itself. But according to the Bureau, there is so much water in these catchments that even if there is no more rain, major flooding will persist for up to a month. And what this extra rain has meant is that roads that had closed, roads have now closed that were starting to reopen, and some of the worst affected communities are going to be cut off now for even longer. Many of those isolated towns and properties are still relying on deliveries of supplies from the air, and because the weather was so bad yesterday, many helicopters weren't able to fly. Those flights are now thankfully picking up again today.
And Mackenzie, what's the latest on stock losses? We just heard from David Littlepratt from the Nationals a moment ago saying there are fears that the number of losses is much, much higher than what we've seen so far.
Yeah, that's right. And if it wasn't for the incredible work that a lot of these helicopter pilots are doing, delivering fodder, Premier David Crisafulli said yesterday he thought stock losses could have got into the millions. But at this stage, the latest estimate is 150,000 dead or missing, which includes 70,000 cattle, 70,000 sheep, and then around 10,000 horses and goats. I must stress that that number is based on surveys by the Department of Primary Industries. And at this stage, they've just spoken to 98 of the largest landholders. So as they speak to more, that number is definitely going to increase over the coming days and weeks. The Premier was actually in Western Queensland yesterday. He flew into Longreach. He had a chat with some locals and inspected the damage from the air. The Queensland government has increased its assistance grants for primary producers to $75,000. But Dan, for a lot of farmers in the region, that's only going to scratch the surface, and the damage bill is going to be much higher.